Now, we're after coming across the road and I'm here with Aileen Browne. Hi, Aileen.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. Now, we're standing here in front of Dennehy's house. And Aileen, what's your connection here with Dennehy's?
Well, my mother is Kathleen Dennehy, so she'd been the eldest of the Dennehy family.
Yeah.
So my grandfather, Dick Dennehy, a postman, would have grown up here.
Yeah.
So that would be our connection here. So this
Right.
would be the kind of the home house.
Right. And who was Granny?
So my grandmother was Hannah Dennehy,
Yeah.
Neenan from Fina.
She was a Fina
Woman, absolutely. And then in my mother's family, my mother was the eldest, Kathleen. And then there was my Uncle Christy, my Aunt Maureen, who has left us, passed away, Aunt Margaret, Uncle John, Noreen and Eddie. So there was seven Dennehy's.
7 Dennehy's, yeah.
And all would have been, a number of them would have been very active in the GA and in the rugby.
Of course, yeah. I remember all the boys playing. They were all good, every one of them. They were all very good players.
And the next generation on are continuing it.
That's right.
Both in Charleville and further afield.
Yeah.
The first cousin had played football with Longford.
Yeah.
And played with Avilara, and another first cousin played with Cork footballers.
Very good.
All Dennehy's.
Yes. As the fella said, you can't beat breeding.
No, can't beat breeding.
Yeah.
So
you didn't grow up here in Newtownbarry, but you would have came.
We'd have came here. We would have been very frequent visitors here.
Yeah.
We'd been coming down after school here, waiting for my dad. Dad worked with the railway over in Charleville for a number of years, so we'd have waited here after school for him to bring us home.
Yeah. Come down to Granny and Granny mind you.
Nana looked after us very well. And I suppose one of the big memories I would have, even as a small child, was all the bicycles used to be parked here.
Yes, that's right.
Coming from Kilmallock. I think there wasn't a boys' secondary school there, so the boys used to be coming to Charleville, and they all parked the bicycles here. For years, and even up to even more recent times, you just still have the odd person who would be leaving the old bicycle, that was the tradition.
You can see the wall,
fine
long
wall,
and double parked as well.
Look. And I don't know were many of them stolen. They seem to be very honest around here in Newtownbarry, but so lots of fun memories. And then obviously across the road then we'd Dan and Mary Hartigan, so over to the shop. Carol's then at the very end. Hartigan's Chipper used to be there as well.
That's right.
So it was a very busy spot, and especially then you'd have all the staff coming over from Golden Vale doing the shopping, getting the lunch. You'd always have one person with the plastic bag and all the money and had the lunch order, the break order. And if you got caught behind them in Hartigan's, you'd be there forever. Because there was a long order. They were taking the order for 10 or 15, And back then there was no this instant coffee or anything a bottle of this or bags of that, and the sandwiches and some great memories. I mean, it was.
I used to obviously I used to come down here myself because my grandparents were in number 11, but there was always an older road at the time. Most of the people were the older generation.
Oh, absolutely. And I'd even hear my own mother now, which she'd be talking about such and such lived at number whatever, and that's how she'd even still reference different people who've maybe moved out of the area, maybe living in different parts of the town, it still relates back to what number they were in Newtownbarry.
Yeah, very good. Now, you mentioned about the GA. I know you're involved here with Charles GA. You're the chairperson.
I'm chairperson of the club at the moment. I am indeed, for my sins. A great time. The club is thriving. There's huge interest in the club. We've got a great set of players both at senior level and underage. We're back playing senior hurling, which is a great achievement for the club. It's and obviously having an inter-county player, the likes of Darragh Fitzgibbon, to think that Charleville had a player starting at an All-Ireland final. It was a very proud moment. It wasn't Cork's day, but it's a good omen for things to come.
Right. But it all goes back to the underage and the time being put in by the volunteer coaches.
The people who've gone out down through the years, who've set up the club in the first place, kept it going through rough times.
That's right.
And then the coaches and the mentors who are out there, doing the unglamorous side of things. They're in the muck and the rain.
That's right.
Those lining the pitches, cutting the grass, all those things that have to be done.
That's right.
And that's what's keeping the club going, and that's what's keeping everybody interested. And I suppose in the last 12 months with the lockdown and everything, the hurling kept people going locally. Especially we got to stream the matches. People mightn't have got to go to the matches, but they got to see them. People all around the world, we got great response and great interest from people who, you know, would never nearly have seen a hurling match or a club hurling match, you know, unless they happened to be at home at the time. So I mean, it really, I think it brought the hurling close to people.
The live streaming was a godsend for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I see that there's planning as well after being approved for
a new development. So just, you know, improving the playing pitches. You know, I mean the numbers are growing, so just kind of giving us more options in terms of developing the grounds there. On Bakers Road, the training pitches, So so we're hoping to get that work under the way and soon enough to have them in place.
So, but sure, if the demand is there and the growth is there, what a time you do.
And I mean, like, you know, and the whole thing is trying to get more people involved and a lot of the new Irish into the community, and to open them up to the different options in town, the different games that are available to them. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, we're all kind of working to the same goal. You know, be it rugby, soccer, hurling, Gaelic football. You know, we need to get people active.
That's a fact. I often said if you can get young fellas, young girls out playing sport, kicking ball, hurling, whatever they're at, it's no bad day.
No, not at all. No. And I mean, like you can see that in different parts of the country. You know, that where there might have been antisocial behaviour issues, that once they get them active, get them involved, keep them busy.
That's right,
and, you know, keep them invested in the community.
That's right, very good. Aileen, lovely talking to you.
Not at all, thank you.
Thanks.